talented and the beautiful Katherine Jenkins.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about my little lady. And the lady is mine.
Well, what do you have there? What do you have there?
Well, I'm extremely gutted that the people of Luton beat me to it.
Oh.
I didn't see you yesterday, so there we go, Jonathan.
Is this a Valentine's for me?
It is.
Look at this.
When you come on these really posh shows, they always put things in your dressing room with candles and fruit.
Yes,
and
yes.
My mum always taught me, don't go anywhere empty-handed.
That's
so
what I like to hear.
I hope Mrs. Ross doesn't mind.
To someone's, but she won't even know about it, love. I tell you. We'll keep this stum. I won't tell the papers if you don't. Dearest Jonathan, I've admired you from afar. Come and join me in the bar. Question mark. Well, why put a question mark? You bloody gave it to me. I know it's from you.
But you're supposed to. It's a Valentine's card.
That's true, that's true. Did you give one to anyone else in there? Did you want to Sylvester or Nicholas?
No, only you, Jonathan.
There you go. Losers! Okay. Hey, now, I just asked Nicholas when he came in. Isn't it great to have Sylvester Stallone here with us?
I know, it's awesome.
In a fight, not that you get him many. I know you're from Wales, but you've moved on. In a fight, Rocky or Rambo, who do you want in your corner?
Rambo.
Rambo, I think so. Yeah, but you're right. Rambo in your corner, but Rambo's not much of a conversationalist, is he?
No. In a fight?
Well, he's just the brooding mess of a man, really, isn't he, Sly? That's right. You want Rocky, because afterwards you can go, yeah, let's go get a beer. Go, well, maybe good a beer. Like that, you know? Well, see, I've got to see what Adrian says. You know, like that. And you go, well, Paulie's going to come for a beer, too. Hey, this is good stuff in there, isn't it? I'm just writing a new script for you here. Hey, I believe you just came back from the United States of America where you were at the Grammys.
Yeah, I was. My first time to the Grammys. I had such an amazing time.
Exciting event?
It was, and it was just so nice to see so many British artists nominated and, of course, winning awards like
Well,
Amy.
Amy Winehouse won. How many did she win there?
5.
5 awards.
Yeah.
Congratulations. She seems to, I think, her family have grabbed you and brought her back to reality now, so hopefully she's sorted out there. What do the Americans know about the Welsh?
They know that we have a language, and I mean, some people know more than others, but I always try and educate them a little bit because I'm very proud of where I come from.
Do you speak the Welsh?
I speak a little bit of the Welsh.
When you say a little bit, how much is a little bit?
Well, I did GCSE and I did A-level Welsh, and then I moved up to London and unfortunately didn't have anyone to practice with. So it's okay, I do some interviews in Welsh.
So you could have a fairly complicated conversation in Welsh?
I could try my best.
Okay, but you wouldn't want to have a long... When you're dreaming, do you ever dream in Welsh? No. That's a perfectly good question. Why are you like,
Some people would, but
you might wake up, oh, bubble gum, you know. You might, mightn't you? Someone would. Oh, they wake up and go, damn the bloody English voice now, I've got to speak in English all day.
Actually, that's not a bad... It went a bit Indian at the end.
No, it did not go Indian. Don't say that. Do you ever dream in Indian? You ever dressed in a dream in Indian?
Regularly.
If you were making love to a Welsh man, or possibly lady, would you cry out in Welsh? And if so, what would be the phrase?
My mum's watching this.
Well, that would be a passion killer if you said that. I'm sorry. What's she doing in the room? That's a bit of a weird setup. I think I'm going to make you take this card back. Okay, well then we won't dwell on that. Okay, because your mum's there. You sing though. I know you're kind of. Are you the mascot of the Welsh rugby team, or you're?
I am, yeah.
There you are singing with all the fellas behind you, I guess. What is that you sing? That's the Welsh national anthem.
Yes, that's the Welsh national anthem. My hen wlad fy nhadau.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. And thank you so much. How does it go? Is it a catchy number? Because a lot of national anthems are a bit dirge-like, aren't they? Is it one of the faster ones, or is it?
Oh, you don't know this one?
Of course I don't. I'm English.
Shall I teach you a little bit? Would you
No,
like?
but just if you sing a little bit, I'll hum along.
My hen wlad fy nhadau, an anoeli mi, glwad bairdd a chantorion, enwogion o fri. Shall I carry on?
She lay on the table and opened her eyes. My mother is watching, oh, what a surprise. Bubblecum, my lovely. I think that's a whole new verse. We need But didn't it sound beautiful when Katherine was singing? Man, what a beautiful voice. And you know, you sounded, earlier on when we showed the clip of you singing, that was a different sort of sound coming out of your mouth. It was a different way of singing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I always try and... I sing lots of different types of music, so I try and adapt my voice, but that was just for me singing naturally.
So that was more natural.
Yeah.
You've sung before, I guess, some of the most famous, some of the most influential, some of the most powerful people in the world. You've sung before presidents and kings and queens. You've sung for our Queen and Prince Philip?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
When was the last time you sung for them?
The last one was at the Royal Variety Show that we did in Liverpool. But I've sung for them quite a lot of times, and in actual fact, I got invited to the palace for lunch.
So you had lunch?
I had lunch.
You had lunch with the Queen?
I did, with the
and
Queen
Prince
and Prince Philip, and there were about 5 other people. It was quite an intimate
So that's
thing.
intimate, because
yeah.
normally I would expect lunch, you'd think there'd be a couple of hundred people there, and they'd all just walk down and, you know, you'd maybe get a little photograph with them, and it's like meeting Santa when you get a selfie juice, you know, that kind of deal. But it was actually a small table. But were you worried about what to say, what the conversation would be covering?
Well, I was worried, but she really sort of put me at ease. But I was mostly concerned about my table manners, because I thought, you know, they're quite good, but, you know, what is it going to be like?
So how many knives and forks were there spread up before you?
Yeah, there were loads, but that didn't bother me. It was after dessert, they brought this plate with a piece of gauze and a glass bowl full of water.
What do you do? Do you eat it? Do you wash with it? Do you wear it?
Yeah,
what do you do exactly?
know.
Do you splash
It's
it at the
exactly
Prince
what I
Philip?
was thinking.
Yeah.
And then they served the women first. They obviously served the Queen, then myself, and they gave me either grapes or a nectarine. Again, what am I supposed to do with it? So the Queen, I think, could sense my unease and caught my eye and very discreetly showed me that I had to put the fruit in the water and use the gauze to dry it. Now, you would think, Jonathan, in Buckingham Palace, they wash the fruit for you. Would you not?
Yes, you would.
You would?
You would think that they would have it pre-washed by a flunky.
And the Queen washing her own fruit.
She washes her own fruit?
Yes, but she helped me out, so that was really nice.
But she didn't wash your fruit?
No.
Because that would break protocol of some sort. Did you... But here's the thing. What if you don't want a grape or a nectarine? You wash it anyway? Did you eat it?
Just put it there.
I bet you didn't fancy it, did you really? You didn't fancy the nectarine. Who wants a nectarine? You want a proper pudding. Push it away and say, where's my fucking pudding? When people give you fruit, it's a swizz, isn't it? We all know that. It's your mum used to do it when you were a kid going, oh, I've got a lovely pudding. Have you got a lovely pudding? Got a lovely pudding. Come out, it's an apple. That's not a pudding. What did you chat to about the... Are you allowed to say, or do they make you sign some sort of form on the way out that you don't talk about what you talked about?
No. I think we were talking about the fact that I was going on to do my first Royal Variety Show after that, and talking about future performances, and also we were talking about her dogs, because I love dogs.
Oh,
so at one point, the first time she walked into the room, they sort of put you all in this little reception room to have drinks and get to know everybody else. And the dogs came in first, the corgis. I'm on the floor playing with the dogs. Hello. And all of a sudden, there's her feet.
And she walked in as well. He said, what is one doing down by one's dogs? Leave my blooming corgis alone. Go and wash an orange. Does she smell a bit doggy? I don't mean that in a bad way. No, what I mean is, sometimes when you meet an old lady who loves her pets, they smell of the cat or the dog, don't they? Yeah, I just wonder, does she smell a bit doggy?
No, she
doesn't smell doggy. She don't, not at all? There's nothing wrong with smelling a bit doggy. I smell of all sorts of things. You know I do. Now, Katherine Jenkins, at the tender age of 27, my friends, has already written her autobiography, or the first part thereof. Now, this seems pretty young to be doing this, so whatever possessed you?
Well, I agree. It's quite funny to me to be writing it at this age, but I do feel like it's the first part. The last line of the book is to be continued.
So this is taking you from your childhood and winning the Choir Girl of the Year to becoming a singer, and what's happened to you since then?
Yeah, it's there were 2 reasons I wanted to write the book. I get lots of letters from sort of young people. I used to be a teacher, and sort of asking me how did I get into the music business, and so I wanted to explain my story and how that, in case it helps somebody.
What did you teach?
I was a singing teacher
of course,
at 3 schools in Hertfordshire, comprehensive schools, and then a stage school on the weekends. So I taught all ages.
And was it strange for you being a singing teacher and but wanting to be a singer yourself? Did that feel weird that you couldn't go immediately to that stage, or was it good practice, serve you in good stead?
It was a really good thing, because I'd just come out of the Royal Academy, and it's quite sort of an intense place, and then I was suddenly with little ones who reminded me why I wanted to do it in the first place. They were just so inspiring. It was kind of like a bit of a breath of fresh air.
How lovely. And you went out to Afghanistan and to Iraq, and you went out there and entertained the troops out there, which is a lovely thing to do, and I admire you for doing that. How did you perform there? Did you have a band with you, or was it a backing track? What did you sing for them?
That I had to take a backing track then, because it's obviously very difficult to get out. Well, what we do in Iraq is kind of, you've got to make the best of it, you know, make the most of the situation. So we do our concerts in an empty empty aircraft hangar, 2 flatbed lorries, back to back to make a stage. They put 1 flag behind us, and we just get up and I've been out a few times with Jim Davidson, who's the founder of our...
Haven't people suffered enough out there already?
But they love him. They really love him.
I know.
The troops,
it's a joke.
I know. They adore him, and so he goes on and does a spot, and then I go and sing a few songs. I mean, I was always a bit worried, sort of, how are you know, thousands of squaddies going to take on opera? But I choose some things.
Katherine,
like...
they're not listening. Don't get me wrong, they're loving the show, but they got earplugs in. Do you like to sing what we would consider popular music? Do you like pop songs? Do you like singing that kind of stuff as well, using your voice differently?
I do. My last album, Rejoice, I sort of did not only arias and religious pieces that people would know, but I started to record some original songs as well, so written by people like Gary Barlow.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not so much me singing pop, but me singing in my style, a more contemporary
song. Contemporary sound.
Yeah.
and you've sold a hell of a lot of records, haven't you? You sell, I mean, the classical charts, you've kind of dominated for a while. You've had #1s, and well, what kind of people buy your stuff? Who comes up to you? What kind of fan base do you have?
I think it's really varied now. It's changing, but mostly I would say people over 30 and upwards. But I'm seeing a lot of children coming now as well, which is, as a teacher,
how lovely,
really,
that's nice.
It is, and when they come up and sort of say, you know, I want to be an opera singer now, that's really encouraging.
I would love to see you live. I bet seeing you singing live must be a real treat.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, before I'm delighted that you're getting so well known as you are, because you're a charming person to spend time with, as well as being a very talented singer. I saw you on a TV show. I've got to show a clip of this. This is a cracker. Okay.
Oh no.
I love this show. Do you know what show I'm going to go to
No.
now? Oh man, this is dynamite. There's a show, I think it's called Have I Been Here Before?
Oh no.
Oh yeah. And this is a show where there's a lady. What's the name of this lady who does that? She regresses people. Does she hypnotise you, or just she talks to you in a...
This was really real.
But she talks to you in such a silly voice.
Yeah, I agree. The voice is a bit spooky.
This woman has, it's the silliest voice you've heard in your life.
I didn't think I was hypnotised, and I thought, oh, this is really embarrassing, because now that the camera's on me and I'm not hypnotised. Then she started asking me questions, and I was speaking the answers. I can't explain it to
you. So you don't know. So you weren't putting this on for the cameras?
No, I swear.
Okay.
I thought I was embarrassed. I thought I wasn't hypnotised.
Okay, I want you to pay attention. This woman's name is Andrea something. She does this show, and she speaks to people. Andrea Fuchs.
Fuchs, I think her name is. Yeah.
Okay. Have a listen to this. It's remarkable, but it's a great clip.
What does your house look like inside?
It's all wooden again.
And what do you cook with? Where do you cook?
Kitchen. Where do you think I cook? That's kind of close to the line.
I haven't seen that.
And what do you eat? Is it food? Where do you put it? In your mouth? Where do you do your poops? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll agree. Katherine Jenkins is just a lovely young lady to spend some time with. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Katherine Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Katherine. How lovely. Thank you, Mum, for me.